Hello, what's going on guys, Ronaldo here and welcome back to this tutorial number 13 of our Android 2D card game with Libgdx and Java. So in the previous video we are simulating collision detection for our player and enemy, and we have already created the method inside of our enemy that will check if two body that is the same type get overlaps or intersect with each other. Then we are assigned the boolean, we assign the boolean value that will return true. So if two object are collide, so we can achieve it using the intersector in Libgdx. So now in this tutorial we will add a texture for our player and our car, so our enemy, so for our player and our enemy, and we need to, whenever we will add the asset, so we need to put it inside in the Android module, so in the asset directory, and we can see that we have Atlas. So I will be making a tutorial what is Atlas and how you can generate Atlas file. Maybe I will separate the video. So right now we will I just copy the game image that I've already created and then already created an Atlas file. So you can see that we have an image right here, we have ambulance, and so we have another car, so and it is packed with Atlas so file. So now we need to load it first from our loading screen. So let us check if we already load the game image. So we are loading, so we load the game Atlas, and since we already load the game Atlas, we need to get it from our game screen. So let us create first a variable. So I will just copy and paste, so in this way we can save times. So I will just create a texture. So since we are using animation, so let me just declare animation type for our enemy. So let me just go to the render, since we will render, so we should get it from our render class. So we need to declare for our enemy, so I will just get this one. So texture region, so texture region is a region for a texture, so and region has width size. Okay, you can see full details of regions or texture regions class from the Java documentation or from the Libgdx documentation, so you can just visit their official websites or click. You can double click. So we have texture regions class defines a rectangular area of a texture, so you can see it here. So for your study, so you can just read it here. So we have texture region. So now I will just go back to game screen where I declare player texture regions. Then need to initialize region, so we can just find it here. So I will just, and since we don't have our region names, we need to create our region names to find specific names from our texture atlas. So let me just initialize it here, and we need to create a new class with this region name. So we just create a region names class, and this class will only store a reference string to our atlas image file. So we can just let me just copy and paste. So we have it right here from our assets. So let me just copy and paste using the game image region. So let me just copy let me just copy and paste all of this. So we have game image regions, and okay, so we can just copy and paste it here. And since we don't have so we can just region names will be import region names. Since we don't have game atlas variable, we need to create we can create it here with local variable. Atlas will be game atlas manager that get asset descriptors, our own asset descriptors class. Then we need to get the game image atlas. This will return the atlas file. Now we are initializing, and after we initialize, we can now render our players. So we need to go back to our renderer. So we have player region, we need to draw. So we have a method, we can just copy this, so we can just save time. So I will just put the method below right here, and we should have a bats. Since we don't have a bats, we need to declare right here. So we don't have a bats, we can just declare a sprite bats, so name bats, and then we need to initialize our bats. Bats will be equal to new, or we can assign manager to return our bats. So we have manager, we can just assign to game, since we have game. Okay, we don't have the, so if we have car OD, so we name it car OD, you can just assign car OD to get our bats, and this will return the instance of our bats. Now, so we have an error since we did not use the, okay, so since we are not using the since we didn't use a controller, we can just call directly our player. So we have player, so we have player already, player, so we declare already the player, so we don't need to. Now we need to call this method in our renderer. So now let me just call this method into our renderer. Okay, so in our renderer we need to call, so you can just put it here, but with parameter delta, So now if we try to run, we should see, okay, we see that's okay, we are doing our flare, but we didn't call bats.drew and bats.begin, so we need to call it here, bats.set projection matrix, and we will tell our camera to combine projection bats.begin and bats.end. So now we try to run it again, so you can see, so we should see now a blue car. So as you can see, we have a blue car into my, if you can see, we have collision detected. And now, so we added our flare texture, and we will do it also into our enemy. So we need to declare another for our enemy. We can declare immediately right here on the tab. Just declare enemy private texture region. Texture region will be ambulance region. We can call it ambulance region, and we need to initialize it. So I will just initialize ambulance region will be equal to, and we can assign our atlas to find a specific region. So with name, with region names ambulance. So we have ambulance in our atlas. We can get it from our atlas file. Then after we initialize our ambulance, we can, what we need to do, we need to have a method. So we need to have a method. Okay, so we need to create another method to our atlas. So we need to have a method through. So we can just create a method that will do our enemy. So we can just call this one, and just copy and paste. So we can just put it below right here, private through ambulance region. This method will do our ambulance. We need to call our method that will draw our enemy. So instead of delta, we need to change, instead of we need to change it to delta, and need to put a semicolon. Now if we run, so problem will be, what is the problem? And it's trying to tell us trouble region, clean screen through ambulance region. So we don't have ambulance array into, instead of playing ambulance, instead of using the animation, let us not use the animation. Okay, let me just remove, and we will not use the ambulance animation. We just draw our enemy, and we initialize our enemy instead of initializing the enemy. Region names will be find region, ambulance region. Now if we try to run, so instead of drawing enemy, so we can see that ambulance is falling or going down. So we have the texture for our enemy and player. So I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned something. So if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel to support my YouTube video. If you want to get access with a code, just message me direct from the comment box or contact me in my Facebook page, or you can visit me in my Facebook page. So I'm sorry for my bad English, and thanks for watching, guys. I hope to see you in my next tutorial, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye for now.